Yeah, I just want to say I think this is a really important vote. I appreciate the authors, the co-sponsors bringing it up. I was a co-sponsor of a very similar bill just for members of Congress in the House, banning members of Congress of all kinds, Democrats and Republicans, from trading stocks. You don't have to sell. You can put your money into you can put your stock into a blind trust, which a lot of members of Congress have already done.
True, right?
No?
That's not true.
Mr. Hawley, do you want to confirm?
Yeah, let me just, will you yield,
sorry,
and I'll yield back to you. Just a few things. Let me just go back to land is not an
correct.
illiquid investment. It is not. It's explicitly exempted under the bill. The bill defines illiquid investments as an interest in private funds. Land is not considered as such, number one. Number two, Senator Paul brought up the hypothetical that if you're someone who's running for office and the stock market tanks, as soon as you get into office, you're stuck. Well, what this bill does, because people like Senator Paul and others have asked over and over for fairness, time to comply, it says that current office holders, the terms of the bill will take effect upon the beginning of their next term. So in that hypothetical that Senator Paul just raised, that, oh, you find yourself suddenly locked into a 6-year term, you have to sell, you would not have to. You would have 6 years to comply. This is the same treatment for all office holders. Members of Congress, members of the House, it will take effect upon the beginning of their next term if they're reelected. Members of the Senate, it will take effect upon the beginning of their next term if they're reelected. The President and the Vice President will take effect upon the beginning of their next term, and so on. So everyone is treated the same in that respect. They're allowed to come into compliance. And that speaks to the blind trust provisions. If you currently have a blind trust and you are a member of this body, you have until the beginning of your next term and then 180 days after that to meet the divestment requirements. Okay, I yield back.
Thank you. Sorry, that's my mistake. I think we have to accept that the American people think that all of us, Democrats and Republicans, are using our positions and our access to enrich ourselves. They think that when it comes to stock trading, and as you pointed out, Mr. Hawley, Democrats and Republicans, right? Just right now around Liberation Day, President Trump's big tariff day, 53 members made over 2,200 stock trades valuing at $34.9 million, between $34.9 million and $140 million. So it's happening on both sides of the aisle. And people don't believe that we are here for the right reasons. We have a problem. And in order to address that, I am willing to make the good work instead of waiting for the perfect. So of course, I want the president and the vice president to be held accountable under this. Of course, we saw that you made changes so that it affected their next term, knowing that that probably wouldn't be Donald Trump. We all saw Vance and Trump come out against this publicly. But I think it's important that we at least make a start. And you're right, there could be judges and chiefs of staff and all kinds of other peoples. But right now, this body has the opportunity to make the call on this body and a few other really important holders. I would also add, the fact that cryptocurrencies, digital currencies are in this is hugely important when it comes to curbing people like Donald Trump, who's made over $100 million since taking office from crypto.